Hey guys, on today's video I'ma show you how to catch the elusive Diamond River Carpsucker on Golden Ridge Reserve. The River Carpsucker has been part of the game for roughly 1 month at the moment I'm making this video, but the problem with them is that their diamonds used to be pretty much impossible to catch until they were fixed only a couple days ago. And even now that they are supposedly fully fixed, their diamond spawn rate seems to be way lower compared to the majority of the species. They are very rare diamonds. You know, unless you get very lucky, you can definitely expect to catch hundreds of River Carpsuckers before catching a diamond. So you gotta be really patient while fishing for these guys. Now we're gonna start by going over the tackle. You know, in order to be able to catch these River Carpsuckers, it is possible to use both a float setup and a bottom setup. My suggestion would be, if the area is deeper than 5 or 6 meters, use a bottom setup, but if it is shallower than that, you can perfectly use a float setup and still get a nice number of bites. Either way, I would suggest you to choose a rod with a maximum line strength of at least 2 kilos, that is the bare minimum, a reel with a maximum drag of at least 2 or 3 kilos, a 3 kilogram line or similar, a hook size number 5, which is a bronze embedded hook, and either red worm or pear barley as a bait. Now when it comes to the ground bait, I would really suggest you to chump the waters while fishing for these guys. You can either use lake mix, which works amazing but is also gonna attract many other species, and the second option is to toss out some pear barley. The advantage of using pear barley to chump the waters is that only the carpsuckers will be attracted, but the disadvantage is that you are gonna run out of chum more quickly than when using lake mix, since each toss is gonna spend 10 units of this pear barley. I personally still prefer to use pear barley, since in my experience it drastically increases the frequency on which you get carpsucker bites. Now we're gonna go over the first location where we know it is possible to catch a Diamond River Carpsucker. This location was found by a great member of our community called Chivers. He was the first one to catch a diamond and posted on the official theAngler Discord, so grace to him. And the spot is essentially the area around this dock. Right here, on Sleeping Razor. The great majority of the diamond carpsuckers that have been posted so far have been caught on this location, many of them around this marker, and many others around this other marker, on the right side of the dock. You know, I'm not gonna lie, this spot is a nice location. It produces diamonds for several species, but in the case of the carpsuckers, I would be lying if I say it is a great hotspot. You can definitely expect to catch many carpsuckers here, especially while using pear barley to chump the waters, but it's important to mention that this place is also inhabited by many other species, which can be very annoying. And yeah, I'm definitely talking about those freshwater drums, the worst fish in the game. However, as I said earlier, even while using red worm, you are still gonna catch mostly carpsuckers if you chump the waters using pear barley. My suggestion would be to arrive this spot around 1500, chump the waters using pear barley, putting a special emphasis on these 2 markers, and cast towards the position where the bait landed using preferably a hook size number 5 with red worm. You can start by fishing around this marker. You can try to catch, I don't know, 20 carpsuckers here, and then move on to the right side of the dock. Just don't forget to chump the waters using pear barley every few casts. You know, by doing this, you can expect to catch several bronzes, many silvers, many golds, and hopefully after a few hundred catches you'll catch your first Diamond River Carpsucker. This is hands down the rarest diamond on the entire game, so don't expect to catch one quickly. Oh, I hope that is a carpsucker. Please be carpsucker. Yeah, it is. Look at the size of this guy. I don't think it is a diamond, but it's gonna be a huge gold. Well, no. 2.43 kilos, it is a gold. I thought it was heavier. Look at the model. I've honestly never been a huge fan of the carp species because I don't think they look anything special, but I gotta say there's something about these guys that makes them look very unique. Oh, hold up, look at that one. From here it looks massive. I wonder if it is a diamond. Very nice tension. Actually, it is way higher compared to the last gold. So I wonder if this is a diamond. Fingers crossed. And it is a gold. 2.88 kilos. Huge gold. Although it is still far from my personal best, which I believe had a weight of 3.10. Oof. Is this a carpsucker? As you can see, now I'm using a bottom setup with a 2.5 kilo line, plus a hook size number 5 with red worm. So if this is not a Carpsucker, it's gonna be one of those annoying freshwater drums. A bronze. Hopefully it is a Carpsucker. Oh, it is actually Carpsucker. Holy, I think this could be the diamond. This may finally be it, guys. But it's a gold. 3.14, our new personal best. I believe the diamond weight is 3.2. That is the closest we've been from getting a diamond Carpsucker. So close. Alright, nice tension. I didn't see if it was actually Carpsucker, but it nibbled. It could only be a huge Carpsucker or a small drum. If it is a Carpsucker, I think it may have a chance to be a small diamond. It is a Carpsucker. No way, look at how big it is. Will this be it? Look at that! 3.29 kilos, our first diamond Carpsucker. Finally! After more than 300 catches, and after about 50 goals, this is definitely the hardest diamond to catch on the entire game. And to be completely honest, maybe a bit too hard. It is completely a matter of luck. Now going over the second hotspot where we know it's possible to catch one of these diamonds. This second hotspot was discovered by another great member of our community called John Johnson. He was the first player to catch a diamond on this location, which is actually very close to the first one. And it is right here, around this marker. I think it's safe to say this entire shoreline is able to produce diamonds, but due to the fact the diamond spawn rate is so low, we haven't seen any other diamond caught outside of these two hotspots within this region. The strategy here is very similar to the one on the first location. Simply chump the waters using pearl barley, putting emphasis on the shallow water, and just as on the first hotspot, I would suggest you using a hook size number 5 with redworm. That is some promising tension. How heavy is this one? It is definitely Carpsucker. Let's see. Are you big, buddy? 2.35 kilos, a gold. The first gold we catch on this location. This spot is very similar to the first one, since it is quite close. It is also a diamond location for multiple species, but if you chump the waters using pearl barley, you are gonna catch mostly Carpsuckers. Oh my god. Look at the size of that one. What are the odds that is our second diamond? Oof, look at the tension. It reminds me to the kind of tension the diamond put on a line. Yeah, this guy is massive. Are we about to catch our second diamond River Carpsucker? Let's land it. Oh, that's big. 3.04 kilos, seriously gold. Massive gold. I've caught around 5 or 6 golds on this location so far, and this is by far the biggest. Now, in addition to the 2 hotspots I've shown you so far, there's another location that is also confirmed to be able to produce diamonds, which is this area. Right here. I think it's very safe to assume there are many other hotspots that are also able to produce diamonds within the same lake, so I definitely encourage you, especially if you couldn't find the diamond on the first 3 hotspots, to try to find more hotspots around this lake. You know, all these areas close to the shore, where the water is shallow, I think those are the spots that have a higher chance to be diamond locations for this species. What do we have here? Is this a giant gold or a small diamond? Man, I hope it is a diamond. We have got like 30 golds since the first one. It's looking promising. Let's see. How heavy is it? And it is another gold, 2.83 kilos. Oh, this could be bigger. On a hook size number 2, which is for golds and better. Wow. Is this the second diamond, finally? No, 3.02 kilos, another gold. Way bigger. From what I've seen so far, this spot may produce more diamonds than the first two locations. I've been on this station for like 30 minutes and another 2 players already got a diamond here. So that is something. It's looking like a very solid spot that you definitely have to try. Very nice location, maybe my favorite.